pod and people and the place to be. It's me. I'm not a wine guy, but I need something to wet my palate, and this is 2-drink minimum after all. So this is the third drink because the 2 drinks are a minimum. I got food heating up and it smells delicious, so I'm gonna try to blur through this. I might not be able to blur through this though because this story is a pretty fucking big one. Anonymous targets Kanye West in 7-minute video. Well. I posted something about this on Facebook. So we're going to, and that's a short comment. I'm going to do longer comments on this right now. This is a 2-drink minimum news update. Roll credits. Anonymous is apparently fed up with Kanye West. It's random but true. The hacker group targeted West in a more than 7-minute long video Wednesday, March 11th, because he disgraces what the group stands for. A masked man with a British accent narrates the recording, which opens with gripes over West showing at the Grammys. According to Anonymous, the 37-year-old doesn't know when to be quiet and continuously hijacks the moment from others who work equally as hard for their recognition. All the obligatory low blows could very well be a response from Yeezy. All the obligatory low blows could very well get a response, from Yeezy. Kim Kardashian gets called out for her sex tape and the break the internet moment, and West's mom is brought up. I'm sure your mother would have been proud of your behavior, says the man. The rest of the video features clips of West's outbursts over the years and more attempts to diminish his ego. You're just a new slave that the industry uses to help keep the population in a cycle of stupidity and distraction. This from BET.com. We're going to take a look at the video, and there's a link that leads to complex.com. Links below, of course. Looks like it starts right now.
I just know that the Grammys, if they want real artists to keep coming back, they need to stop playing with us. We ain't finna play with them no more. Flawless, Beyonce video. And Beck needs to respect artistry, and he should have given his award to Beyonce. And at this point, we tired of it. Because what happens is, when you keep on diminishing art and now we're making it craft and smacking people in the face.
Mr. West, good evening. We are Anonymous. It seems that you just don't know when it is appropriate to blurt out your opinions. This is consistent with you. You always have to steal the moment from others who work equally as hard for their recognition. And you assume, and even expect, everyone else to be aligned with your personal opinions. You smack other artists in the face if they don't fit within your own personal definition of an artist. You're like a spoiled child in a grown man's body, who is ready to set off a boiling temper tantrum the very moment you don't get all the things you want. I bet your wife is subconsciously fed up with raising a little boy for a husband. And I am sure your mother would have been so proud of your behavior. Can I ask you something? Would she have stood beside you and your wife's decision? You know, to break the internet with Kim's full nude photos? There's nothing wrong with sacrificing your morality for a little bit of extra income and attention. Am I correct? You seem comfortable with your wife as she continues to milk society's attention with their uncontrollable obsession with sex. A woman who escapes through life from the praise and worship fueled by the leak of a sex tape on the internet? Really, Mr. West? Is this the best you could do with so many talented artistic women across countries? By approving this irresponsible behavior, you are accepting the reality that one day your daughter will face the repercussions of this photo with classmates in school. You also are condoning this to the young girls who follow Kim on Twitter and witnessed her success as she continually rises to fame and stardom, using her body. What a fantastic moral to spread, right? Well, there's an upbringing that would make every mother leap for joy. After all, what's wrong with teaching teenage girls that society actually rewards you for posing nude?
It does.
Let's just influence the whole country to embrace perversity. That's a good way to lead society, as if it wasn't bad enough already. What a great idea you can teach your daughter. Why not take it further? Why don't we get a family portrait of all of your greasy bottoms lined up for the whole world to see? That would gain you a ton of attention. You can use it to promote your new shoes. That would be genius. And you can post an update picture each year and set the new standard for family values and business marketing.
I'm a Christian.
Ah, yes, your mother would have loved it. I'm sure she would have jumped right in the picture for her own close-up. Oh, Mr. West, I'm sure she would have been delighted with the both of you. I bet even Jesus himself
Brings up her
would be
mom a
proud
lot,
to
or his
walk
mom a
with
lot. And there's an
My,
issue there
you've
too,
changed
but
so much since your humble beginnings. But you've never once been humble. You've always been egocentric. You see, Mr. West, we once had a great deal of respect for you. We admired your art, creativity, original vision, and non-conformity in your work. But now, Anonymous has targeted you here with this message because you disgrace what we stand for. When you self-proclaim to be a modern Renaissance prodigy in your radio and TV interviews, with such an
a
obnoxious
man with a
history,
British
it pisses
accent.
us off.
Boy, this sounds like
You
an
watch
app.
the things you say and the way you depict yourself.
Homeboy can
You
have a
are
French
not anywhere
accent
even
if you're
close
really
to the
being
status
serious
of
about
any
it.
of our brothers and sisters who made the Renaissance period what it was. I think it's time to awaken from your insanity, Mr. West. In reality, you're not a Renaissance man. You're just a new slave that the industry uses to help keep the population in a cycle of stupidity and distraction. Yes, you are an artist, but your example is still no different from the rest of Hollywood's figures, just programming the American youth to center all their attention on sex and material growth. The historical men who made the Renaissance era
That's interesting because
actually done things to
he didn't used
revolutionize
to.
the way we think and understand our world. Many of them were sentenced to death because they dared to tell the truth and stood up to the powers who used fear to repress the truth from the people. You, on the other hand, have changed nothing. Yes, we acknowledge all your talent, Mr. West. But we also acknowledge that you have a large voice, bank loads of money, and a strong following, and no one man should have all that power. But, with all of that, one man can change the world. Instead, you waste that powerful opportunity and pollute the planet even more with your bickering, loudmouth, overgrown ego, annoying influence, and missionless message. You have no foundation on what it is exactly you were even set here to do for this planet, with all that money of yours. Fashion shows are not going to make the world a better place, Mr. West. You don't have all the answers. Your priorities are warped by the Hollywood celebrities that you're surrounded by. In case you haven't noticed, we're now living in a mad world that is falling apart.
Now,
And your obsessive interest in fashion will not benefit anything meaningful
every
to help
generation has that
humanity's
same claim.
future in it. It is a
Every
complete
generation has
waste
that
of
same claim.
time. But sadly, you probably will never see yourself in this way. Deep
I
inside
love
of
the
your
production value
incredibly
on this
large
video.
mind, the world
I've
is
already
already
come up with
perfect,
an
and it
opinion
is
on
no
this.
need for any heroes. And it is a pity, because your blind sight will never allow you to see just how empty your accomplishments really are to the future of our species. You represent yourself as a man of class, yet everything you say and do is the exact opposite of that. And for that, Anonymous would like to extend a sincere and jolly fuck you. You will always be the hot-headed, Chicago-born spoiled little brat that you are, and no expensive designer wear can ever cover that up. Anonymous is sounding off the new Renaissance era this year for humanity, and if you don't shape up, then your legacy will not be included. Poor examples, such as yourself, will not be tolerated anymore in the new age.
You got the power to let power go.
We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
People in the face after they deliver monumental feats in music. You're disrespectful to inspiration, and we as musicians have to inspire people who go to work every day.
So there's that. My opinion on it, I hadn't seen that video until just right now. My post was, I I linked a video on YouTube, and there'll be a link down below. WWF Stone Cold Steve Austin saves Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon. My post said, okay, Linda McMahon equals Taylor Swift / Spec. Mr. McMahon equals all you marks who legit hate Kanye West, especially you marks in the wrestling business who should know better. Triple H equals Kanye, aka Yeezus. China equals Kim Kardashian, and Stone Cold equals Anonymous. In other words, it's a work, you donkey! No shit! It's a fucking work. If you think for one fucking second that Kanye West is really like that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're getting rubbed! It's a fucking work! Kanye is trying to sell records. He's trying to sell his brand. His name is out there. He's a business. His wife is a business, man. And all it is about attention. It makes total and utter sense that he will be linked up with Kim Kardashian because it's all about attention. You understand? Kim Kardashian became famous because she fucked Ray J on tape. And the interesting thing about that is that I've never seen the tape and I can't see the tape because I used to go to church with Ray J and I just can't see that nigga's dick. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not. I just can't do it. But that's how she became famous. Everything Kanye West says and does in interviews is so it's a heel. For those of you who don't know about wrestling, you know there's good guys and there's bad guys. There's heroes and there's villains. There's heels and there's faces. All right? The heel is the bad guy or the villain. The face is the good guy or the hero. You understand? Kanye West is a heel. He's a bad guy. He's a villain. He's nefarious. He's saying all these things to get under your goat, to get you pissed off, to make you want to see somebody beat him up. He's go out there and give him what for? Oh, that's Kanye, right? And Anonymous is the new age hero, aka tweener. Is a tweener, all right? Because Anonymous plays outside the lines or is in that gray area of the lines, right? So Anonymous now with this one, that particular member of Anonymous, because from what I understand about Anonymous isn't an organization. They're individuals who work under that particular name and decide they're going to do the Anonymous thing for whatever their that individual's particular cause is. That individual's particular cause is Kanye West. So that particular individual of Anonymous, let me say this. It's a work, homie. It's a work. And unless you're in on the work, you're getting worked. You understand? He's selling shit. He's doing all this shit to be more of a brand. By the way, you brought up his daughter. And you brought up his mother. Let's talk about his mother. His mother died going in for cosmetic fucking surgery. She didn't die of old age. She didn't die in a car crash. She died helping that Kanye brand. Feeding into that Kanye lifestyle, that Kanye brand. She died on the operating table getting fucking plastic surgery. As for so bringing her up, yeah, I'm sure he was very close. He's probably close to his mother. Yeah, all right. But it's not like she was this saintly figure. She was kind of playing into it. If you want to talk about his daughter, that's a different subject. Some people say, you shouldn't bring up somebody's kids. Fuck that. All right? Listen. People should, especially people in the spotlight, should kind of think about how that affects their kids. What they do affects their kids, I think. And what they want, how they want to bring their children up. I think Kim and Kanye's daughter isn't so much a person to them as she is another accessory, another part of their business plan, a branch of their business. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of these things where she's probably going, like, clearly she's going to know that her mom got famous because of a sex tape, and her mom doesn't have a talent. And she's gonna know that her dad acts like an asshole in public. Like, they have to figure out how they're going to explain that life to their child. They have to figure out how they're going to explain this world to their child, if they decide to explain it to her at all, because that's just the world she was born in. She has no concept of any world outside of that world. Nor will she probably ever. And she'll hear the stories and she'll hear the blah, 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 blah. And when she becomes a teenager, she might want to rebel against it, maybe. But for the most part, people that are born into specific bubbles, a lot of times can stay in that bubble because that's all they know. That's their entire world. They don't know that there is anything outside that bubble. So his daughter probably won't know that there's anything outside that bubble either, until she's much older. But his daughter is not any different from the scores of other kids born to other stars who've done other reprehensible shit, probably from their heart. The other stars who probably did reprehensible shit because at the time they thought it was right, or whatever, for less obvious reasons than why Kim and Kanye do what they do. Kim and Kanye, or Kimye, as the kids like to call them, are a business, are a brand. All they do is for the business and the brand. All they do is for more money. All right? You have to understand that they're doing what's best for business. You understand? It's what's best for business that me and Steph come out here week in and week out, that I grab the stick and I talk as much shit to anybody against the authority that I want. It's best for business that you all stand out there and chant, yes, yes, yes. And then Anonymous comes out and challenges me. It's a fucking work! Kim is Triple H, or Kim is Stephanie, Kanye is Triple H, and Anonymous is Sting. It's a fucking work! It's a fucking work! And if you think it's not a work, you're fucking insane. You're just stupid. You're mental. Or you're missing the boat. You're ignorant. And ignorant doesn't necessarily mean stupid. I use it in conjunction with stupid, but it doesn't necessarily mean stupid. It just means you don't know something. For instance, I'm ignorant when it comes to quantum physics. I don't know shit about quantum physics. But I see a bunch of people on my Facebook page who are wrestlers, who are like legit pissed off at Kanye West. And it's like, you fucking Mark, who's been in the business for 20 fucking years, how are you legit pissed off at Kanye West? He's healing it up. It's a work. And that's what this is. So, Mr. Anonymous, member, whoever you are, I have to tell you something, and you know what? It's fucking dangerous for me to say this because you can probably track down my IP address and fuck with all my shit. Let me tell you something. Cool your jets, homie. Just calm down. Go find a bigger issue. Alright? Go tackle religion. Because that's a huge fucking issue. Go tackle false numbers in statistics. Because that's a huge issue. Go tackle big pharmaceutical and the shit that they do as opposed, to in conjunction with shit. Go tackle a huge organization that actually is doing something against the people. Fuck Kanye, homie. He's small potatoes to the shit that Anonymous can do. He's small fucking potatoes. And it's fucking work. It's like getting mad at Rita Repulsa. It's like getting legit mad at Rita Repulsa for trying to kill the power. And like tracking down the actress and saying, I'm gonna kill you. She's playing a part. It's a game to her. It's a role. It's a role for Kanye. It's a role for Kim Kardashian. No, Kim Kardashian doesn't have any fucking talent except gaming the fucking system. You want to get pissed off at the people who buy Kim Kardashian shit, who watches her fucking show. That's who you should get mad at. And the thing about Kanye is Kanye produced a ton of good material, especially early on. So for you to talk about him being a slave, a modern day slave, and all other stuff, I mean, I don't see it that way. I see it as he found a way to distinguish himself from everybody else in the game, including his best friend Jay-Z. So while he's sitting up there talking shit about Beyonce's albums being the best and ever, blah blah blah. A, that's a game, so that's a feather in his cap. Two, that gets more people. It's work, man. These are promos. You understand? These are fucking promos. And you bought it hook, line, and sinker. Anonymous, you're marking out, baby. You're fucking marking out. And all you other marks, you're marking out, baby. You're marking fucking out. They gamed you. That's all there is to it.